First, I would like to apologize for my voice and shortness of breath. I have been sick for a couple of weeks and I'm still in recover. Today, I'll be discussing how the pandemic has driven a change to a more hybrid and flexible working models. I'll be covering the real catalyst for hybrid work, which were the lockdowns and stay at home orders, what have changed, review a SWOT analysis, and case study of the Slack company, and finalize with my conclusion. During the pandemic, many countries implemented lockdowns and stay at home orders that forced business to close their physical offices. As a result, many companies had to adopt fully remote work setups overnight to keep their operations running. 5 years later, those changes have reshaped how we work, collaborate, and engage in our professional lives. Here we have an overview of what have changed. So we have the pre-pandemic scenario where we had a mandatory in-office presence with zero flexibility. Then we had the pandemic where we moved to remote work, which also brought opportunities and also challenges, including the transition from desktop computers to laptops, setting up VPNs, and also compliance adherence. Since it was a new environment for many companies, remote work policies simply didn't exist, which was a challenge for many of the companies. Then we have the post pandemic. And now we see mostly a hybrid approach as a common setup in the companies, which prioritize flexibility, work life balance, and increase employee autonomy while still enabling engagement with employees working from the office 2 or 3 days per week. SWOT analysis of hybrid work. So, as strengths, I would say that employees who can choose where and when they work tend to have higher productivity levels and less distractions. This flexibility helps companies attract and retain talent while also reduce costs related to office space and utilities. In terms of weakness, miscommunication or delays in response times can also be a challenge. Difficulty with team collaboration and the potential for employee isolation. Additionally, there is a dependence on technology, especially regarding electricity and internet broadband. Moreover, hybrid workforce requires new management strategy and approaches. Now, as a threat, we can mention the security risks as companies become more exposure to potential breaches. Employee burnout can happen when staff struggle to establish boundaries between work and home life, and also difference in staff performance. In terms of opportunities, hybrid work facilitates business continuity, attracts talent, fosters innovative ways to collaborate through the use of new tools, and improves employer branding. Here, I'd like to highlight Slack as a case study, as it's one of the tools that emerged from during the pandemic, to facilitate corporate communication. The company has over 2,000 employees and adopts a hybrid work model. They implemented a core hours concept, requiring employees to be available for collaborative work for 4 hours per day, while also offering flexibility for the remaining time. Additionally, no meetings Fridays help employees focus on their work, and officers are now used for social interactions. In conclusion, hybrid working is reshaping the workplace due to its many benefits. However, it requires careful planning, resources, and policies to mitigate weakness and threats. Additionally, continuous feedback from employees it's crucial to help shape the best approach for hybrid work for each company. Thank you.